Oh, real quick on it. So, what for the viewers who didn't hear what was just said, we were briefly discussing, very briefly, what happened last week, and it was something to the effect of, as Alturios just mentioned, I have 0 hit points. I'm going to stand up with 1 hit point. I have 0 hit points again. When we did the Solasta streams 2, 3 years ago with my son and Rev, and at one point Rodance, and then later with Liam, uh, we called that death tanking. Because Solasta, as a video game, was built heavily on D&D 5.
Fucky. Yep.
Yeah, and so with the death rolls, as you're dead and dying or whatever on the ground, you succeed enough times, you can pop back up with like minimal hit points, and then get taken right back out again. And so, but the cool thing about it was if you died in the right spot, pop back up, the AI that you're fighting would be like, "Oh, you're a threat. I'm going to take you out." So what that then does is my son's character, who died multiple times in a single fight, was basically absorbing energy actions from the enemy so that the rest of us could reposition and continue wailing on him. And we called it death tanking. It worked. It worked. Okay. We beat the game eventually, 60 episodes later.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if it's quite that long, but it's on my YouTube. It's on my YouTube.
Celeste is a pretty long game, before I remember.
It is. It was fun, and I don't know what this setup is. You just like not. Hold on. My phone is being not weird, but the format was using. All right, there we go. All right. Well, now that we had that lengthy little bit of whatever the heck, let's just jump right into it. This is, of course, I need my notes because I can't remember jack without them. This is Wanderers of Erewan, Volume 1, The Grimstone Way. I'm Omar Krieg, Lord and Commander of the Krieg Dominion. I am joined by my two Wanderers, Darius and Alturios, players of Malthanric, the High Elf Wizard, and Svaldi, the human outlaw? Question mark?
Yes.
Bleeding out?
Yes.
Question mark?
Yes.
Maybe playing a different character here by the end of the episode. I don't know yet. We'll see. It depends. Honestly, depends on situations. I was going to do a previously on, but there is something I need to do first. I need a new goal, short-term goal for the party. Previously, that goal was something like getting enough food for more than just a single day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
You have achieved that because you have about 2 days worth of food as of your encounter with some, frankly, angry and disgusting orcs. And I say disgusting because they have this quality called Festering Wound, which I believe both of you now have festering wounds.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Along with all kinds of other bullshit going on with your physical frailties.
Yeah.
My back.
Have we come up with a new short-term goal?
I'm pretty sure as our characters were falling into the gentle sleep of death.
The not so gentle sleep of death, yes.
Man, if we could just not run into any more orcs for, maybe a few days, that'd be nice.
Okay. I'm not sure if that's a good short-term goal or not. It depends on phrasing, I suppose.
Avoid further confrontations with the orcs.
Avoid further confrontations. Period.
Yeah, probably that.
Including the sharp edge of a sheet of paper. If that's what is that a goal that the two of you are in agreement for?
It sounds good to me.
Okay. Avoid confrontations at least a few days. That's what I got. That sound right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Avoid confrontations for the next few days. Okay.
For a few days.
So instead of doing the usual previously on, I am going to do what's called a cold open. And in this cold open, we have a conversation going on between a couple of dwarfs. Let's see. We begin with the camera not on Svaldi or Malthanric, but on the body of Roland, drained of his life and pale as the sun crests the trees. There is motion nearby. Gruff voices speaking quietly, the sounds of things being dragged over damp ground. A voice, then. Oi, Anil, what you make of that? A scurry, and then rustling, as though of clothes being shuffled, and then a hiss, as we see a dwarf start to check the robes of an elf wizard, and suddenly recoil. Bloody fucking mage! Murmurs from the group, then a steady voice, one used to command, Stew it! Throw 'em both in the cut, and let us away, lest more Ur come to looking for these ones. A pause. Or those fucking cannibals. The speaking man snarls and spits on the ground. Light the dead Uruk and let's go. He snaps at last. The camera fades as the work around the site of the fallen travelers continues. Alright, that was probably about the best I'm going to get for any sort of dwarvish accents. Or, frankly, even something close to Scottish. So, I hope you enjoyed
Not too
that.
bad.
Listen, all I remember is when I played a dwarf a number of years ago in an in-person tabletop group. I'm sorry, D&D group. And all I could think of was like dwarf, rogue, what's that UFC fighter? Conor McGregor? Is that his name? And I just kept thinking swagging arms and saying the word Fulkin as much as I could. And I nailed it for about 2 or 3 sessions and then the group stopped.
Oh.
Including one time where I sneak attacked somebody I was standing next to with a beer mug and broke it over his head and got him to calm the fuck down.
Nice.
At any rate, let's see. I didn't close my notes. I moved them, but I need you two to roll. So I put the word opposed. I guess that's not necessarily. Well, yeah, that'll work. All right, give me between the two of you. Roll. Oh my god, I could speak. I promise I can speak.
Rollo.
You're not helping. Roll an opposed endurance test between the two of you. Challenging, please. And keep track of whether it's positive or negative SL. Don't worry about fatigue or none of that shit. This is just a straight up endurance test.
Endurance, huh?
Don't worry about wounds received. Do not worry about the price of tea in China. I don't know why I said that.
What about the trout population?
What?
What about the trout population?
The trout.
Apparently that's
I do
another
not
one of those
control the
ones.
rate at which trout die.
All right, endurance has a 46, and we'll see what we get.
All right,
gonna be
that
great
is a
today.
-5 for. I almost said Icarus. For Svaldi. All right, Malthanric, what do you got?
Ooh. Now I don't want to roll.
Why?
Look.
It's endurance.
Because he
Really
just
My
rolled
bad luck will not rub off
97.
on you. That's completely mine.
Are you
Uh-huh.
sure? I don't think that's how
Sure about
bad luck
that?
works, man. That is. How many?
Oh, thank goodness.
Is that a pass?
No, by 1 point.
Which it's enough to win overall, though. So, you awaken. Brilliant, blinding light all around you. This is Malthanric. Stunning you, leaving you in a daze. Your head is foggy. You attempt to look around, but everything is blurred, like your eyes forgot how to focus on anything. Several blinks, wipe of your eyes, and you can see you are looking up at a blue sky and golden sun unhindered. It must be a midday. Your body aches. They all suddenly hit you at once. And were it not for the fact that you were laying in what appears to be some sort of cart, you would have almost assuredly have doubled over from the amount of pain you suddenly feel. Instead, you can simply curse in whatever fashion that Malthanric might curse.
In Elven.
Yeah, in Elven. Of course, this gets...
Sorry, High Elven.
Yes. Of course, this gets a bit of a nudge into your side, like roughly where, a kidney might be. And a dwarf going, Oi! Fucking shut up!
Am I bound?
You are not bound.
Sword. Where's the sword?
The fucking sword's back right over there. I cannot do a good brogue. I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even know. You look around, and it takes a moment for your eyes to start working correctly again. Especially with all the bright sunlight around you. And you note that there are two dwarfs driving this cart. One is dressed in, rough leathers. You see bits of mail about them. He's got an axe over his back, and he's got the reins with a horse at the front, or for a horse at the front. Now, keep in mind, these are dwarfs. They're roughly 4, maybe 5 feet on a good day in a soapbox.
Mm-hmm.
Tall that is. So these aren't exactly horses. These are probably closer to ponies or one of those other horse breeds that aren't exactly very tall. I don't know. I'm not a horse.
Clydesdale.
What's that?
Clydesdale.
I don't know how tall Clydesdales are, but I imagine they're pretty tall considering they're
work
draft
horses.
horses. Yeah. Regardless,
But they're not very high.
that might be true. I know they're pretty strong because they have to pull
Yeah.
all that Budweiser around.
Yeah.
Sorry. But you have the guy that's driving this cart that you are in, but next to him, and kind of peculiar because as you look at him, you have to blink a few times because you can't tell what is more bright and brilliant, the white light around him, the sunlight that's bathing him, or the fact that he's dressed in bronze-colored robes lined in white. Looks like he's got a hammer on one hip and he has a chain around his neck. And his clothing, I should point out, other than a little bit of dust from the road, is almost immaculately clean.
Hmm.
Next to you, in the cart, I should point out as well, is another dwarf who has dark hair and, check my notes, brown hair and green eyes, standing right at about 5 feet tall. There is a chain in his hands. He is not bound to this chain, but he's holding it. He's got like a couple of loops around his one hand with that chain. That chain is leading to your friend, who is bound at the wrists and at the ankles, and a chain leading between the two pairs. That chain is, of course, got a loop of chain from it to this other dwarf. And there, between the two of you, is all your belongings. And then, I just remembered this, so I didn't even bother to put it in my notes. The horse that y'all had is being, I don't want to say dragged. That gives the wrong idea, but it's tied to the back end of the cart, so it's following you.
Right.
Roland's body is not with you. His axe and crossbow is. And his little bit of mail that he had for armor.
Oh. That's
Night,
sad.
sweet prince.
What'd you say, Alturios?
Good night, sweet prince.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the camera opened on his dead-ass face, so...
Yeah. I know. What is going on? Where are we going?
There's a little bit of muttering between the two of them that are driving the cart, and the one in the back. He just kind of ignores the other two. The two up front ignore you after muttering, and then the third... Oh, hold on. I have to do some policing actions here.
Bots.
And
Attack of the bots.
I asked that in Alshore.
Sure. I have to send people out to look at oil and for.
What?
I don't know where I was going with that statement. I'm not gonna lie.
He's exiling a bot.
Yeah, exiling a bot. They didn't bring enough oil to my shore, so they must leave and go get more. Okay. The dark-haired, green-eyed dwarf sitting in the back of the cart, holding the chain, looks over at you and says, "Hey, I'm going to Kai Murag. Where are you headed?"
Kai what?
Murag.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I would think so.
Heading.
That's my home. No, that's me home. I'm trying. I'm trying to keep a consistent accent.
Why is my friend bound?
Oh, this fucker here. Oh, he's a white blamey one, eh? That's probably more Irie than it is fucking Scott, but whatever. It's a blending. It's a blending. It's a gradient. And the pendulum swinging back and forth. Oh, this blimey fuck right here. He did some right bad shit. Got somebody angry enough for him to hire me. I went out and I found him. Lucky it was we found you when we did, eh? You know, by the way, at this point, that around the cart in pairs, and then a few more ahead, and one in the back, on foot, mind you, are several other dwarves, and they are armed and armored. Now, to be clear, they're not like full-on dwarven plate or anything crazy like that, but you definitely see a sort of uniformity in their leather armor, their axes, and I don't remember if I gave them shields or not. Let me see what my notes say. Not that that's a particularly important detail, but let's see. Yes, here we go. All are armed with an axe or a hammer. A couple have short bows, and all wear some pieces of leather and bits of chain. There are no shields, but you could tell just from the way these guys are moving that these are not just random dwarf men. These are dwarven warriors of some sort. Damn it! I was gonna say something else too. Now.
Oops.
It's my shitty memory. And the dwarf in the cart smirks a little bit. Says, "My name's Borfik." Oh God, help me out! I can't do his name and a Scottish accent and the weird EO diphthong vowel slam. Belfric is his name, and this fucker here is Svaldi, isn't it?
Yeah,
Svaldi
that's
the
his
Neorn?
name. What of it?
Yeah, he's worth a fair few copper from me. Now, Alturios, I messaged you over the weekend to have a crime. This is going to come up again later. But what was the crime? And that way I can determine what Beofric would actually reveal to this elf.
So in order for a bounty hunter to come out looking for me, it would have to be somewhat important.
To some degree, yeah.
So
the way I read it in the book was for thief takers, which is his tier of bounty hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could have hired him, not necessarily a noble person.
Yeah.
So,
but it would have had to hinder someone enough to justify the cost.
Correct.
Even if it was just a few copper.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking jewel thief.
That works
because it's something
perfectly.
he could have taken to a backwater like I forgot the town's name now. Where'd we come from? The town, I forget.
Pelath Light, Pelath Grace. One of the two. And just one of those two, because the other one's the ceremony. Or the holiday.
So take some dwarven jewelry, get to Pelath Light, and just fence it to some poor person and just be like, oh yeah, these are.
I found this on the road. It fell off the back of a truck.
Or it's some, because there's a dwarven hold. There's probably maybe I found this deep in a dwarven ruin and I brought it all the way out here. Don't mind the fact that there might be some dwarves coming to look for it later.
Well, you never tell them that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was supposed to be out of there by then.
Yeah. Except for, fucking Ungor horde that just descended upon the town.
Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. Malthanric, give me a straight up no modifier perception challenging. Is that a success or no?
That is a success.
All right.
Barely.
So you get around Beofric himself, you catch in your second sight the hint, the idea, the suggestion of flames. Around the individual dressed in the bronze robes is what you can only describe or understand as god rays descending from.
God rays descending from a cloud?
Yeah, like when the sunlight punches a hole through the clouds.
Oh.
So that's the kind of light you see around him. The guy next to him, also stone and fire. This, you're learning, you've probably had...
fire?
I'm sorry?
Stone and fire?
Stone and fire. Now, in Malthanric's history, has he ever encountered or been any way working around dwarfs? Probably not.
Minimally.
Sorry?
I would say minimally.
Which is probably next to none. So
but just because he's traveled so extensively.
Yeah.
Minimally.
Yeah, this idea of earth and stone and dirt and fire is not uncommon when it comes to dwarf. And you have kind of chalked it up to the somewhat stereotypical how the dwarves are well known for digging and mining in the earth under the mountains. So this is not uncommon to you, that there's some variation of a theme on these individual ideas. What's weird or odd is that in this particular individual seated up in the front of the cart, with the sunlight aura, for lack of a better thing to call it, that is not common, though you have seen it around those that are of a particularly strong or devout faith. And intermittent with that sunlight, for lack of a better thing to call it, you do catch flames. And there's almost... It's weird, because it's not common for the second sight to give you the hallucinations sound. But you do hear the ringing of metal on metal, as though a hammer striking an anvil. It's very, very faint, mind you.
On an anvil.
Sorry?
Or striking something on an anvil.
Correct.
I'm going to turn to him and go...
Which hymn? I just described like 3 different hymns.
The one with the sunlight.
Okay.
I'm going to turn to him and say, interesting. Which god do you serve?
He does one of those, like, he really, like, cranes his head, like, all the way around. Not literally, but, you know, he has to turn it a far way. And he regards you over the corner of his shoulder and says, "I've been none of your fucking business, Ilf." And turns back to the front.
I can hear the stone grinding noise as his head turned.
Yeah.
It's almost as if somebody cranked a winch, or not a winch, but a fucking wheel or something to turn it. When he says that, the driver up front goes, "Fucking you." And then you hear some of the others chuckle as well. And you start to get the feeling that perhaps, and then you remember that traditionally, elves and dwarves don't really get along a whole hell of a lot. And in your experience, it's always seemed like it's the dwarf's problem and not yours. Which is exactly what a high elf would think. It's clearly not my fault that you don't like me. I'm such a likable guy. Which is usually a code for I'm not a likable guy.
I've got a fellowship of 36.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why you're not being strung up, or perhaps why you're not chained yourself.
There is no reason for them to dislike me.
You're an elf. That's enough reason to a dwarf. More importantly, not only are you an elf, you're a fucking mage.
Not mine.
Now, this is something you probably would have learned at some point, is there is a, not necessarily old wives' tale. It's along those lines, but this is one of those old wives' tale that actually has an element of truth to it. Perhaps even anecdotal evidence recorded on a piece of parchment somewhere, buried in a vault. The dwarves, many have said, were created at the beginning of time to resist magic. And this is not an uncommon prejudice either, that when magicians are involved, they tend to go away. And sometimes that means the dwarves go find somewhere else to be, or in some other darker aspects, the mage goes away, sometimes in many pieces. Now, these individual dwarfs aren't being they are not being particularly antagonistic. You are getting the Colden dwarf shoulders, what you're getting.
Yeah.
In fact, the fact that Beofric has said as much to you as he has already is uncharacteristic. And this is something that you, as an elf mage, uh, would have at least heard of multiple times and would believe that's what's going on.
Right.
I will
Okay.
note, as Svaldi is starting to wake up now as well, both of you, actually, let me get to my notes on that specifically. Ah, yes, here we go. You may recover half of your wounds
Yay.
and take 2 levels of fatigued. If you have
Okay.
more
Just
than 2,
or
if you have more than 2 levels of fatigue, reduce it to 2. And
me
no
as
other.
well, or what?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Myself as well?
Yes, both of you. Both of you.
Okay. So,
Half wounds and fatigue 2.
okay, so I'm at 7 wounds and fatigue 2 and festering wound.
Festering wound is gone. You will note
Okay.
that there is a. You look to wherever it was you took that wound, which was probably a body shot because I wasn't really rolling or paying attention to the hit locations.
Yeah, I look at my ribs.
Yeah, and there is. It looks kind of like clay with some weird weeds and twigs and shit in there, and it smells really weird and not pleasant either, but also not fetid or infected. You know how
Right.
infection has
Right.
its own unique, disgusting, horrible smell.
Yeah, this is probably the dwarven equivalent of first aid.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, herbalism at the very least.
Yes.
Alturios, as you wake up,
Mhm.
you also are suddenly, confused, disoriented, lots and lots of pain after a moment or two. And then you realize as you try to get your eyes to work correctly in the bright light, or maybe you try to shield your eyes, that's when you notice you are bound by the wrists and then later by the feet. And the wrists are tied to the hands. Or excuse me, the wrists are tied to the feet as well. And there's a dwarf with brown hair, green eyes smirking at you. It's hard to tell he's smirking, so you read it in his eyes. Big bushy beard and all.
Big bushy beard and, short.
Wow, the animosity on that word alone.
So, real quick,
Yeah,
you said all of our possessions were in between us, right?
correct.
I am going through them and
Oops.
collecting everything that I think would benefit me,
Sure.
including through his
Do Svaldi stuff?
possessions. Yeah.
Okay. Svaldi can't stop you, and the dwarf just watches you closely, making as if he's making a mental note of, all right, yeah, he took the dagger. Oh, he took all the coin, not just his coin purse, but the other one's coin purse too. Smart, smart.
Yep.
He doesn't say anything. He doesn't stop you.
So I've got 2 daggers,
Yeah, whatever it is, whatever it was
2 pouches.
whatever it was that
Um,
that Svaldi had on him, other than his armor, which is almost useless.
is there any clothing that's intact?
Probably not. You guys both had the shit beat out of you by orcs.
All right.
You're lucky if you've got enough clothing to cover your fucking skin.
What other weapon did he have?
He had an axe, I think.
I'm not worried about an axe.
Yeah. No, I mean, you look around, there's plenty of axes to go around. And
Yeah.
and a fair share of hammers.
Yeah. I make sure I recover my scroll of choking shadows.
Yep.
And my grimoire.
There is some muttering in Khazalid, which isn't the name of the language I'm going to use for the dwarfs, but I can't remember what I called it either.
Okay.
So in dwarf, you hear Beofric muttering something. It sounds somewhere between "I fucking hate you, you filthy, disgusting wizard," and rocks rolling around in the bottom of a barrel. And it's directed specifically not at you, but at the little black book that you call a grimoire, which is obviously not a little black.
Yeah.
He recognizes it exactly as it is.
I recover my quarterstaff, of course, and my sling bag with the writing kit and 6 sheets of parchment.
Yep. Yeah, all that stuff.
All my stuff. And what all is on your inventory there, Svaldi?
Svaldi, the robber, getting robbed by his partner. The betrayal, the irony.
Let's start with wealth. How many coins did you have on you?
So there's 19 copper pieces, 2 silver pieces, and 1 gold crown.
Okay, so 1 gold crown. Oops.
2
4.
shillings.
Did you say 4 silvers?
2 shillings.
2 shillings.
And 19 copper.
19 pences.
19 pence.
So that's 19 and 19 is 38.
We could call him Pfennig. Pfennig.
Pfennig.
Yeah, that's the German word.
So yeah, I'm taking both pouches.
What a dick move.
Noblesse
oblige my ass.
From Svaldi.
Sorry, dude.
So
I look at Svaldi and like mouth the words "sorry, dude," and just kind of shrug my shoulders. And continue.
There's a bow, 2 arrows, a tinderbox hood. I think he's wearing the hood at the moment.
I will take the bow.
And a sling bag with 2 candles.
How many arrows?
2.
Just 2 arrows?
Just 2 arrows.
Okay.
I think I had 4, but 2 of those got shot at orcs. One of them actually into an orc.
I shot 2 of them at an orc. One of them actually penetrated the orc.
And then the one of the actual straight ones flew off into nowhere.
And of course, the dwarves didn't retrieve it.
No, I'll tell you right now. Well, yeah, Boffrick looks at you. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna try to find the other fucking arrows, huh? Nah, that buckers went up in smoke right there with the rest of the orc."
Okay.
Fucking Alturios being abused by my languages.
What else is on your list there, Alturios?
Huh?
What else is on your list there, Alturios?
A bedroll and an empty pouch. That was, I think I'm holding the coins. A hood that he's probably still wearing unless you want to take it off him.
Is it a cloak?
It's just a hood. It is literally just.
I'm not worried about that.
Dagger and the axe.
Dagger and axe. Okay, that's it then. Just the bow and the coins. And the dagger.
Beofric leans into you, Svaldi, and with a bit more mirth in his eyes than you might expect for a dwarf to say something like this, he just looks at you and says, "Hey, you want I can fucking shake him too and take him back in with us? You'll have to pay me, of course." And then he sits back down, smirking. Of course, that means oh man, my accent's all over the place now. Of course, that means the Thane has to keep you alive. Don't worry, lad. You'll probably lose a hand. You got fucking 2 of them.
Is he talking to me or?
No, he's talking
to me, and I'm just kind of like staring because like there's just some jewelry.
he does one of those things.
Most places the worst you know put like the pillory.
You know what? When you know sometimes some people when they're walking their dogs they just do that weird little ashy jerky thing with the leash to get the dog to pay attention or calm the fuck down or something like that. He does that with you when you give him that hard look. Oi, don't be fucking looking at me like that. I'm fucking beating you. I'm trying to keep you laughing, by the way.
I was gonna say I'm going to say in Nordic short stacks.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's right. You keep praying to your fucking god. He doesn't know what you said. He doesn't care what you said.
Maybe I shouldn't have given up that good luck charm.
Yeah, seems your luck has gone away.
Oh, that's right. You're talking about that coin for Timora. Yeah, Ethar's got it. Ethor is sitting on the side of a mountain right now going, this is a really nice coin. As he sits down to his mug of mead. Sitting on his front porch watching the sun go down.
Yep.
Speaking of the sun going down, you guys continue down the road for another couple of hours. If you try to have a conversation, Svaldi, you are, after a handful of words, chain is rattled again to get you to shut up. Every now and again, you might catch a boot in the ass. Malthanric, if you attempt to talk to anybody, they just give you the absolute bare minimum if they're in a good mood, which is Beofric. Everybody else just like, fuck off, you fucking elf. I want to be clear, by the way. I'm saying elf in their language, which is spelled not with an E, but with an I.
Okay.
I don't know why I had to point that out. And obviously Ulrich is orc, their tongue. But yeah, after a couple hours and the sun getting lower in the sky, they pull off the road, go several hundred meters off the road so they're not easily seen, into a little bit of a holler, which the dwarves would not call a holler. They would call it something else. And they basically start setting up camp. Remember right there, let me see. There is no fire, you'll note. Nobody is taking the time to set up a fire. They basically just pull out their packs, which have been like strung to the sides of the cart. A couple of the packs were in the cart with you, but you know, you didn't. It's kind of hard to see really limited mobility. It's faulty. But you know, they pull out their orcs and start throwing down bedrolls and pulling out food and drink and whatnot. It doesn't take them long to do what they're going to do as far as setting up. They do offer trail rations and mead to the two of you, but Beofric stops the one dwarf with the mead and says, "Holy, not for him. He gets fucking water."
Is that for Svaldi or for me?
It's Svaldi. And in fact, Svaldi, you actually only get a few bits of bread, a small piece of dried meat, and water from a water skin, and nothing else. This is just enough to tell your stomach that there is real food out here. But it's enough to keep you from dying. Malthanric, you get not much better. You get that and mead. And the one dwarf that gives it to you happens to be the priest. Who gives it to you, it looks like, almost begrudgingly.
I will thank him in, not Elven, but in Halsor.
Okay. He just nods. And then after, I'll give you guys a moment.
I will thank him sincerely.
Yeah. Sure. He doesn't give a shit. He's just a fucking elf. A filthy one at that. And a caster. That's like the worst possible triple combination you can get. A fucking bad person, a dirty, filthy person because you're a bad person, and a fucking caster? Like, you're lucky I'm giving you any of my food, let alone my mead. He doesn't say any of this shit, but I want you to understand that's the message he's conveying strictly through body language and harsh stares.
If it makes you feel any better, Darius, the average score for fellowship on a dwarf is 15.
There's that too.
No.
Some of this might just be dwarves being dwarves. Some of this might just be they don't fucking like you. It's hard to tell which.
Yeah.
They are feeding you, so there's that. I'll give you guys a moment to briefly talk amongst yourselves if you like. Beofric is off to one side. I want to be clear.
I accept it with grace.
I'm sorry?
I accept the food and drink with grace.
Sure. The priest, on the other hand, just gives you the food, and you're lucky he put it in your hands and not on the ground in front of you.
Right.
He does nod. It's a very short, quick nod. It almost looks like he's just trying to keep his religious headgear on in place. It's difficult to tell. But after that, as you are given your food, Beofric goes off to one side. Now, the chain between him and Svaldi is still there. but he has let it go pretty much the full length.
Okay.
Minus, a foot or two that he keeps wrapped around one hand. Not gonna let Svaldi get to.
Right.
Giving him the illusion.
I'm going to step just outside of Svaldi's range.
What a dick. I'm gonna sit down just close enough that you can't touch me. Svaldi, how's it feel to be on the receiving end of a leash?
I just don't want him trying to steal his coin back.
Not that I could with all the jingle jangle on me.
The jingle jangle.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if that starts making a lot of noise, it'll just earn me a jerk.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Or if not a jerk, then he'll rattle the chain. He'll do that little whip-like wave motion on the chain to send a wave down towards you. Like, hey, stop fucking around in Dwarven. I didn't want to do the accent then. But yeah, I'm giving you guys a chance to interact if you'd like. Now you have a little bit of, pretend privacy.
Because it would be stupid to ask if you can pick locks in common.
That clearly they understand.
We share any languages. I'm not going to do that.
Well, isn't Houseor common?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they know it too.
Oh, I mean, nobody has given you the "I don't understand what you're saying" look.
Yeah. And if I go, hey,
and in fact,
would you break me out of here? It's not gonna go well for either of us.
And in fact, when they have spoken to you in Houseor with a very thick, heavy dwarven accent, sounds reminiscent of something Pictish.
Right.
I'm sucking at it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Calling it reminiscent is really a stretch. I'm channeling Robin fucking Williams in his skit about how golf came to be a sport. I'm channeling Conor fucking McGregor. And I'm just saying the word fuck as much as I can. That's all I know how to do a dwarven accent on.
Yeah.
Because tropes are tropes for a reason, and sometimes they're good.
Yeah. So, just a bit of jewelry, huh?
Yeah, just a bit of jewelry. No one would have missed it.
Well, apparently they missed it.
Thought their memories would be about as short as their stature.
I wouldn't go about insulting the dwarves when you're their captive.
Oi, fucking heard that. What are you fucking saying over there? You call me fucking short. And fucking Beofric just comes. I wanted this to be serious, but I feel like he's gonna do this. And the dwarven, I have short legs, just like speed walk over to you.
Yeah.
Dragging the length of chain between you guys behind him. And he comes up to you and he looks you up in the now. Beofric is 5 feet tall. I don't know how tall Svaldi is, but I know he's not gonna be much more than 1.5 feet taller. So when he looks up at you, it's not little kid looking up at dad. It's,
no.
Oi, I'm not so fucking short now, am I?
Head and shoulders.
That's when he pulls his axe out. And he thumbs the edge of the blade and he says, right where I want my blade. Keep fucking around. Keep fucking around, long leg. And he walks off as he puts his axe back on his.
See what I mean? You could lose your head over that sort of thing.
I'm talking about the big one.
Don't know. I think it was him losing his head.
Do you say that? I think that'd be the perfect comeback for Svaldi.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really pushing your luck.
This is when you hit him with, I am a disciple of Timora. Or wait, no, Taine. Keep getting the gods confused. Timora is Baldur's Gate god of luck.
Yeah.
Taine's my
Faerun, god of luck.
Yeah, Faerun, yeah.
The way I see it, I'm either going to die out here or I'm going to die in there. Might as well have some fun while I'm doing it.
I take another step away from him. Well, I guess it's time to disassociate myself with you, is what I'm thinking. Not saying.
To be honest, if what was happening, if what happened at Pelor's Light did not happen, we probably would have disassociated anyway. I was trying to break into your master's house after all.
Well, he wasn't my master, but I was sent by my master to convey a message to and from him.
I just figured that's where they're keeping all the valuables. Like, the town was rather short on goods.
So you are a thief by trade.
There's a shrug. I make ends meet.
Which is what a thief would say.
Yep.
No, I'm a thief. No, most of the time you're like, I do what I gotta do to get by.
Yeah.
Don't let me interrupt more.
No.
And by that I mean don't let me interrupt more.
I'm gonna ask around to see why there's no fire.
You get varying degrees of... First off, you get explicitly short answers. Just a few words. Some of this is Dwarven custom. They don't like using more words than they need. Unless they're threatening people, or... At which point, then it's just a word game. Right?
Yeah.
There's also, obviously, the cold shoulder aspect that they have for elves and especially for magic users. So you're getting that. But you do get the sense that the reason for there being no fire is that this is something of a combat patrol. You'll note that throughout the day, there was no we're on the road singing road marching songs. These guys were simply moving from A to B. Now, they weren't in a particular rush, per se, but they were pretty straightforward in going from A to B.
Yeah.
So, this is a combat patrol, and that's the gist of what you get. You don't know what the objective is or anything like that, but
that doesn't explain why there's no fire.
Because they don't want to be seen. Somebody eventually gets to that key note. They don't want the patrol to be seen.
Okay.
That's but mind you, that takes like 4, and keep in mind, there's like 8 dwarves, and when you get to like the 6th dwarf, finally one of them just like rolls his eyes at you and says, "Oi, because we don't fucking want to be seen." Wow, I got some Aussie in that one.
I turn to him, the one that said that, and I say, thank you. In that case, I will not offer to start a fire.
He just does one of those little hand shooing motions. I love how my dwarven accent is just all over the place, and it fits fine, because why? This is my world of dwarves, not yours.
Yeah.
On that note, I am trying to keep a consistent accent here, which, for those that don't know, I absolutely suck at. It does take a little while before any of them actually approach you. Otherwise, they kind of keep to themselves. And as night is but a few minutes away, you see a couple of them getting ready to go on guard. And they look each other over, make sure their armor's on correctly, adjusting straps and things of that nature. They check each other's axe blades or hammerheads to make sure they're solid or sharp or whatever the case might be. And they start walking around the perimeter. One going in one direction, one going in the other. And they do that for 2 or 3 hours apiece. Then the next shift. But as this shift begins, the priest approaches Malthanric first. He says, "Oi, sit down, Ilf. I need to check your dressing."
Very well.
And he starts checking you out, like having you remove your robes and things of that nature to get to where the injuries are.
What's left of them
Yeah, sure. Okay. Hold this. Move this. Lift this. I need to see your hip, because that's where their fucking the festering wound was. You know, whatever the case might be.
No, it was my ribs.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. You got hit several times. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
This is when he says, where is Kevin? Fuck. Hold on. I had it in here what god he was. Suddenly I can't remember the god's name. I made these gods too, and I can't remember. I literally had to look up this dwarf's this god's name, because the dwarves typically follow one. Jorman. He says, "My name's Dolmik. I am a follower of Jorman, the new Smith Lord." Pokes you really hard in the ribs.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's good. You feel that.
Quite the devout follower.
You know of the dwarf gods?
Not particularly.
The Rondin, broken at the beginning of time. His body strewn about the world. Jorman took over the Smith Forum.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't say anything else. He says that in such a way that when he finishes that sentence, it's clear that that was meant to be the end of the sentence. I may not have gotten that.
Okay.
I may not have done that very well, but in the typical curt, short-speaking dwarf, that's what he says.
Yeah. I see.
Jabs you again in a different, delicate part. Good. Blood flows. You feel. He slaps you on the shoulder. Much rougher than he needs to be, and he stands up. You'll live, I think. Ugly face. And he turns around and he walks over to Svaldi.
Ugly face?
Well, because you're grimacing in pain. That's why he said it. I mean, you're an elf. You're obviously ugly. You're a hairless babe to him.
Check.
I'm sorry?
I would like to make a cool check.
Sure.
To keep from making a grimace.
Yeah. Oh, by all means. He'll still call you an ugly face no matter what you score here.
Hey,
14. You pull it off. You have a straight face, but he still calls you an ugly face. And then when you give him that look of, what? He just does this. It turns around and walks over to Svaldi.
Hold on. I didn't have you on my screen.
Oh, he did the rub his chin to indicate he has a much better beard than you never will.
A beard does not make one beautiful.
Hold on, I got a response. I got to figure out the word order on this one. Hold on.
High Elven.
Oh, you said that in High Elven?
Yeah.
He whips around. He says, "Oi, don't you fucking curse me."
I didn't.
Would speak of that magic at me. I'll strike you down here. Jorman, give me strength. Wow. Arnold Schwarzenegger made a brief appearance there, if you caught it.
Into the chopper.
I say in common, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Household.
Yeah.
I did not curse you. You are fine.
Oi.
I am not
finer than you'll ever be.
I did not cast magic, and I have no intent on casting it offensively at any of you who have saved my life.
Oh, it'd be good for you to remember it too. You remember that when you stand before the Thing. He's the one that sent us out in the first fucking place.
Well, I need to speak to the Thing anyway.
Oh, convenient. And he turns around and abruptly walks over to Svaldi and starts jabbing him in all his sore places, checking his bandage.
Yep.
Shut it, criminal. You're lucky you're not hanging from a tree right now. Wow, that was Arnold Schwarzenegger rolling his R's. I'm trying, guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're doing good.
If nothing else, you guys are having fun simply because of my misfortune.
Yeah.
Which I'm here for, I guess. I don't know. Is that how GMing works?
Look. We can't laugh at the DM. Who can we laugh at?
Wow, you know what? Fuck you, Alturios. I'm sorry. That might have been uncalled for. I forgot I was not actually a dwarf. That would have been perfectly called for a dwarf.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
It's
he
the second
takes
time a
on.
DM has told me to.
I wouldn't be the first GM to tell you to fuck off.
No,
that
I
tracks.
pulled the sin of I spoke to a random corpse in the garden and asked its name because my character was polite and wanted to know who they were talking to, and then my brain forgot that the DM doesn't have all the names, and making them come up with names for random ass corpse is a bad.
That's a good way to get the
form.
GM to either shit a random ass name that makes no sense,
Yeah,
or a GM to throw dice at you.
he threw dice at me.
Yeah, exactly. See, he and I must have gone to the same school of how to GM.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
We had some of the same teachers, I see.
He's like, "Fuck you, buddy."
Yeah, so when Dolmek starts checking you out, he's obviously poking and prodding a bit more rough than he needs to be. But he's checking your bandages, and yeah, every time you grunt and groan, he's just like, "Oh, good. That means you feel it. That means you're not losing anything. It's good. That way the Thane will hang you in the morning." Uh-oh. Videos in the background.
Sorry. I clicked the wrong link.
Yeah, you're supposed to be watching my stream or giving money, not watching videos. I prefer money, just for the record. I'm sorry. Let me stop. I'm trying to be serious, but I can't. I can't be serious. Maybe we're talking about here.
We're here to have fun.
I just stole money from our.
You stole money from another player
Svaldi.
character. I got you. Why would I expect money from me?
Why would I give you money when I just stole money to get?
Well, first they call that tax and or my cut. Yeah, he didn't think about that, did he? Alturios, do you have anything you want to yell at or say to the priest while he's grilling you, threatening for the Thane to hang you from a tree, whatever the fuck else may come out of his mouth?
I'm just gonna look slightly downwards at him, condescendingly.
Sorry, don't you fucking look at me. You sit right there. Oh wow, wrong accent. You just sit right there. Let me do this, and I'll be on my way. I won't ever have to look at your fucking scummy ass again. Oh, nope. Scummy arse.
Alright.
Yeah, so after that, he walks off. Svaldi? Well, let me ask this. As the priest walks off after checking both your wounds and dressings and putting new dressings on, is there anything else y'all want to do as the guards continue their rounds and darkness begins to descend proper?
From the looks of things, are they keeping up a watch at all hours?
Yes. There are two on guard. They are roving. And if you want to watch them, I'll make you roll a perception because it's funny that you roll perception. I will give you a +10 because even though it is dark, there is no fire by which to throw off your. When I say night vision, I mean your actual night vision.
Natural night vision.
Yeah, your natural. Zelwood. There's a name I have not seen in a very long time. I don't remember where I've seen the name before besides my streams.
CWI maybe?
I'm sorry?
CWI maybe?
Is that what it is? Zelwood? He's in the stream chat. He just threw up a tiger face. Weird choice.
CWI was big, so I don't know. That's my
That's
first
a fair
because
point. CWI
that's
is. I was CWI for a while. Anyway, yeah, give me a perception test if you want to pay attention to the guard routine or anything else for that matter.
Sure. Let's see how I do.
You rolled a 90, so you don't. I don't see shit.
I don't see shit, and with my too fat, that's even worse.
Oh, I forgot about the too fat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the best you get is there's guards roving, and it seems pretty consistent.
Hey, man,
any attempt to break may not be
Svaldi
well met.
Tired.
Wait, is this a new night?
Correct.
So this would be the second night that we've been with the dwarves.
This would be Well, ironically, this, as far as you know, this could be the first night or one of many nights. You don't know how much time has gone by since you, and
I
nobody
don't
has
think
said
being
anything
death
about it.
unconscious counts as a restful night.
Oh, he's trying to count how many days he might have been healing himself. No, I told you how many hit points you have, or wounds.
Yeah.
You have half.
Okay.
His
I just
natural
wanted
healing
to
should
know
kick
if
in.
any of my fatigue went away.
I mean, you got
sleeping.
the fatigue 20 because it was a remainder of your injuries.
Yeah.
Not for any other particular reason. Svaldi, as you guys get ready to bed down, Alfred comes over where he himself lays down and just looks at you. Oi, we got guard in a few hours. You might want to get some fucking sleep.
Mm.
And then he beds down, and when he lays down, he's not right next to you, but he is absolutely really super close, and also in such a way that if you try to get up and go leave him or anything, the chain, the way he's got it positioned around his body and whatnot, will wake him up before you get a chance. It's clear that he's practiced this many times, or that you're not the first person he's hunted down.
You know what I should do?
What did you say his name was?
Which one? Balfric? There's the Balfric is the hunter, or the bounty hunter, thief taker.
Hey, Balfric.
Oi, why do you want, you fucking elf?
I want to know how long I was out for.
What the fuck you need to know that for? You was out, now you're not. Now you're closer to Kaimurg. That's where you said you were headed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nope, went too far.
Fine. I'll go ask the priest.
No, hold on, I've got the answers. I can't find it in my notes.
Ah.
He says, the two of you have been out for 2 days now. 3 days now. 3 days. And you best be lucky. You best be thankful of Dolnik there. He's the one that said, let's rescue you. Let's recover you. It was only then that I realized this fucker was the one I was looking for in the first place.
Mm.
He kicks you again. Like in the ankle. It's not a real harsh kick. It's just enough for you to know that he's still there. I shouldn't make this joke, but in an abusive way, he still cares.
He still cares enough to keep you alive to get his money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you are not dead or alive. He needs you alive.
Yeah.
Pray I don't alter the deal. No, wait, wrong bounty hunter. But yeah, so he's like, yeah, you guys have been out for the last 3 days. This is the first time you woke up. And you're lucky to fucking be here, because if it weren't for Dolmik, our priest, me trying to keep this fucker alive long enough to collect the pay on him, he'd be burning right there next to the orcs. I'm paraphrasing for obvious reasons. Consistency in accents.
Well, Dormick, thank you.
Dolmik is on the other side of the camp, and he is already out.
Oh.
In fact, actually, he's the one that gets to lay in the back of the cart now that you guys are out. He's got the cart. He's got a bag. He's got like his backpack all situated as a pillow, and then a big old fat blanket. Yeah, he's sleeping good. He said, "Fuck you guys."
I'll thank him later.
I take it back. Barnig and Dolmik. Barnig is the driver of the cart, so obviously he gets to sleep in the cart. The two of them are asleep in the back of the cart. Everybody else has to lay on the ground.
That's fine. I'm an elf. I'm used to it.
No, you're not. You're used to pampered pillows and scented sheets and whatever other alliterations I could shit out.
Am I?
You're a high elf. You are a high elf, sir. You don't just live in the trees. You build a city at the floor of the forest and make the trees form around you.
You've been sleeping on the ground for quite a while with us.
Yeah, you have been on the ground for quite a while.
Yeah. Anyway, I asked Belric, do you guys want any help with the watch?
When you say that, Beofric points you at one of the other dwarves, and he says, Fitran, that is our patrol leader. Wow, I am all over the place.
That is our patrol leader. He goes out to make
Yeah.
sure no one comes up and sneaks
Next thing you know,
on us.
Ivan is over here trying to take charge of shit. Fitran, he's our... Oh, Jesus. It's the name. That's what it is. It's the name that's fucking me up.
Mm-hmm.
He says, all right, you're not going to get an accent. You're just going to have to pretend it's Robin Williams talking about golf, swinging his arms like Conor McGregor.
Laddie.
Yeah, there you go. He says, by the way, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, you need to Google Robin Williams' creation of golf.
I think it's the same voice he used for, because there's a bit in Aladdin where the genie goes Scottish for like a second. I think that's the same kind of voice he uses.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it probably, but yeah, he nails it. Anytime he ever speaks Scottish-ish, fucking dead on. I think he might actually be part Scottish myself. I have no idea at this point. Anyway. Yeah, sorry. He Balford points over to one particular dwarf who has a badge on his armor.
Okay.
And he says, "That's Fitrun. He's our patrol leader. If anybody, he's the one in charge of who gets guard when."
Okay. Thank you.
And he does not say you're welcome. He just fucks off.
Of course not. But I'm an elf, and I am not going to stoop to their level.
No. What an elf does is send a raiding party 6 weeks later. Because that's how the animosity between elves and dwarves is maintained.
We have patience.
And then 6 months later, the dwarves come by and cut down one of their favored trees.
Ooh.
Yeah. Next thing you know, 1,000 years of warfare goes between the two.
Yep.
And then by the end of it, nobody knows why.
Yeah. Anyway.
I am so much on a tangent tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
I am going to walk over to the patrol leader. What did you say his name was?
Fitrun.
Beard
parasites, get out of here, Selwood. Sorry, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. He's giving me shit for my dwarves.
Fallen mean.
Yep. Yeah, so you see Fitrun. He is not quite as tall as Beofric, so he's probably like 4'8", 4 something.
Okay.
Pretty stout dude though. He does not have the stereotypical fat dwarf belly. This is a dude that it looks like if he was not swinging axes all day, he was moving hay bales. Except it probably was more like ore barrels.
Yeah.
He dark hair, dark eyes.
He wasn't drinking from them.
I'm sorry?
Assuming he wasn't drinking from them.
Or, drinking from them in between shifts, but
yeah.
Dark hair and eyes, the thick bushy dwarf beard, stereotypical.
Yep.
The one thing that does stand out on his armor, on his chest piece, is a badge in the shape of a shield. So this is an actual coat of arms. It is a gray shield with a red hammer at the top, laying sideways, and then underneath it 10 billets, which are basically actually, if you give me a second, I can actually give you
10 billets.
I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just give me a second.
That's a lot of billets.
I actually put this image together over the weekend because Pendragon 6th edition has a coat of arms maker randomized thingy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And of course, they're not the Game of Thrones RPG had one as well. Back in its time. But this one is pretty cool because it's only a handful of rolls and you've got a fairly European-looking coat of arms. All right, so in our cast channel is the Clan Tharfark shield, or colors, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, give me a minute.
For the viewer, I can actually drop that on the table if you give me a second. What do I want? Tile? Close enough. I didn't give it an alpha, so have the whole thing. But for the viewers, give the gray screen just a second. So yeah, gray shield or field. I think technically this is called a gray field. So on a gray field, a red hammer and 10 billets. I may be saying billets wrong. It might actually be BA. It's probably a French word, but that's what the red rectangles are.
Yeah.
So that's the badge that he's got on his chest.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of billets.
Yeah. So those are charges, and I rolled as part of the randomizer. It was a charge and then 2d6 other charges, something like that. And I had to roll on a table to find out. Oh, it was gonna be, I forget what the main charge was, the hammer, and I was like, well, they're dwarves, so I'm just gonna make it a hammer. And then the billets, it came up as billets. I was like, what's a billet? And I looked, oh, okay, it's a square or a rectangle. It said 2d6. I'm like, ooh, that could be a lot for a shield. And I rolled 10. I was like, yep, that's a lot for a shield. But when I put it together on coatofarmsmaker.net or whatever that website is, it actually looks kind of cool for what it is. So,
anyway. Okay.
Sorry, that was a hell of a tangent. Fit Run stands, or it's actually seated, leaned up against the trunk of a tree.
I will pretend not to be looming over him.
Well, you can't help it. You're probably like 6 feet tall, and he's not.
Exactly.
And he's seated. He just watches you approach.
And I like stop within a certain distance so that it doesn't seem like I'm looming over.
You want something, Ilf? Speak your mind.
Yes. Would you like some help with, or no, I say, I would be interested to know if you would like some help with the patrol.
He stops and considers it for a moment, and eventually you can see he kind of gives a sigh. And this is one of those sighs where, you know, somebody's trying to puff up their chest to make themselves look big or something like that. But when he sighs, he's letting all that out. And you can see that there's almost like a little bit of pressure coming off of him when you ask, and he finally makes up his mind and he says, it's kind of you to ask, but you needn't worry. We'll take care of it and you get your rest and you wake up feeling better. Jordan, maybe he returned some of your wounds back.
He has.
So, just to be clear, in case anybody missed it, he's saying maybe you get some sleep and you'll wake up feeling better in the morning. Effectively is what he's trying to say. And he's also trying to give you a graceful out, and so that you don't have to feel obligated to help. Which is an awful lot for a dwarf to do to an elf.
Yeah.
This one has a fellowship score.
Oh, Svaldi, you're pulling guard. Fuck you. He doesn't say that. He does look over towards Svaldi, and he smirks a little bit when he sees that Balfric in the chain. And he's like, yeah, but Balfric's pulling duty tonight. You best goddamn believe.
I can imagine. But my eyesight is better than most.
It won't do us no good if you can't walk in the morning. Go get some rest, Ilf. We'll be fine without you.
I have a horse.
Your horse is tied to our cart. That's our horse now. When he says that. Actually, you know what? Roll perception. Roll perception. And don't forget, you have a -20.
Yeah, is this easy or...
you know what? Go ahead and make it challenging. Just straight up, no mod.
Okay, so straight 20?
Yeah, just straight up perception.
Oh, you're giving me a +20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. I would normally offer to fortune that, but you really don't need to. I'm fucking with you, Elf. Okay. Go get some damn sleep. Leave me alone so I can get mine.
Very well.
You hear him grumbling in Dwarven, and you hear the word Ilf come out a few times. It's something that may or may not be the Dwarven word for Fulken, which might sound an awful lot like Fulken. It's probably like Fulkna.
Yeah.
Svaldi,
I
hours.
go
Oh, sorry.
and I put my bedroll kind of underneath the edge of the cart so that if it starts raining from that direction, I won't get hit.
I'm
Go ahead, Alturios.
when I actually am allowed to sleep, I'm gonna do that one thing. You know how you've fought over bed sheets before.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
do the one thing where I turn so it tauts the chain. Roll over so it tauts the chain.
You want to play tug of war all night? Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I don't want to make his life as
Because he's not going to
miserable
play
as
tug of war. He's going to play ride the wave.
Yeah.
And he's going to whip that chain so he sends a wave down the length of it between the two of you.
The more he has to be up, the more miserable he'll be in the morning.
You know you're not going to like that. You know better. He catches on that you're obviously trying to fuck with him a little bit. But when it's your turn to wake up, you see that the previous guards, as you, well, let me back up. So you wake up, and he's there, checking his gear, checking the chain, and he's looking at his partner, who's looking at you, who's looking at him. They don't really say a whole lot. There's a handful of words between the two of them, of course, but it's quiet. It's dark. It's dark as shit. Your eyes have obviously adjusted to the lack of light, and while you can't see nearly as well as these guys, you can see well enough to keep from stumbling too often. Not that the chains don't help. Alfred sets off in a circular motion in one direction. His partner sets off in the other. And he says, after a few minutes, a lap or two have gone by, a very quiet voice. So, here we are. I see you're not much of a talker.
Oh, is he speaking to me?
Yeah, you stay there fucking anybody else around. He looks at the other dwarves sleeping. And it's like, and he just mutters, obviously.
That was above table, by the way.
No, he said it. He said it in character. He said that to you.
Okay.
But yeah. Sorry, I apologize. He's talking to you. There's nobody else for him to talk to.
Why are you getting me up this early?
Yeah, I think I was gonna let you have even half a chance of running away. You must be fucking mad. He jerks the chain again. Not enough to make you stumble or anything, but just to make it jingle a little.
I was having such a pleasant dream without any of you in
it. The idea of running off on a racist card right there was so hard to resist. Oi, I was dreaming of me lass. Not of you. And yet, here I fucking am. Walking next to you and not her.
At least you're getting paid.
I'm not the one that stole the brooch.
Wanted it so badly, you should have kept it under lock and key.
Oh, it's a shit way of looking at it. Don't you know that everybody in the mines, they got to look out for each other. And everybody in the Thane's house has to look out for each other. Because if we don't, who the fuck are we? Men? Ha! And then you hear a little bit of grumbling in the background from other dwarves saying, in Dwarven, it might sound like something like, hey, shut the fuck up over there. I'm trying to sleep. No, you had to go and steal the brooch for your own fucking gains. I talked over you, sorry. What'd you say?
There's only one person you can rely on in the end, and that's yourself.
You get it all wrong, laddie. I got a whole fucking clan. I got a whole fucking Thane's house. I got every one of these dwarves out here at my beck and call if I need them. And if they need me, I am there too. What can you say? You, traveling with a fucking elf. The fuck is wrong with you? Look, fat lot of good it did ya. Orcs nearly did you in. Definitely did you in, your brother. Now, to be clear, he does not understand. Well, he knows how brothers and sisters work, obviously, because dwarf playing. He doesn't know that you and Roland had zero family connection. He just assumes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
also, he's trying to get under your skin a little bit.
Since dwarves traveled in family packs, that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I was going through the sessions, you said that Roland stuff was there as well?
Yeah, but you're sleeping now. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, little elf.
I mean,
Okay.
it's probably still gonna be sitting there. Where you could steal it later.
Honestly, if it's like change and shit, the dwarves have it.
Okay.
Because they burned his body. But you don't know that yet. Unless they said this. I think maybe they did. Oh yeah, there's something like, yeah, you could have been fucked around and killed like the rest of them and burnt next to the bodies of the orcs. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just gave you this whole, everybody looks out for everybody and you're just a dumb human and that's probably why your brother's dead or something dumb like that.
We'll see when the chips are down.
Yeah, you'll see how things land when you're the one hanging from a tree by the order of the Thane. Just you don't go fucking trying to run. I don't get paid until you see the Thane.
Oh, horror.
Do what?
I said, oh no, the horror.
You say that in character?
Yeah.
He belts you right in the gut. You don't even see it coming because you can't see that well. He sees perfectly fine. And he just does a quick little right hook right into your gut. I'm not going to roll for hitting or damage or anything, but it's enough to knock the wind out of you. He stands there waiting for you to catch yourself and figure it out and realize that you've done fucked up. Doesn't say a damn thing. Just stands there like a patronizing father.
I'm having my thank you, sir.
An abusive, patronizing father.
What'd you say?
An abusive, patronizing father.
Okay, like an abusive father. How about that? There we go.
There's the biggest, dumbest grin on his face. What happens, happens.
Hey, we'll see how cheery and mouthy you might be when the Thane's done with you. I'm pretty sure it's not going to go the way you want. You'll definitely be one less hand, I'll tell you that.
There are worse things.
Yeah, you should see my notes. I'm not going to force you to keep trying to talk to this guy, and he obviously is not going to try to keep conversating with you. You don't want to.
No, he probably sees conversating with me just ends in snippy comments.
Snippy comments, and then you doubled over as you try to catch your breath again. In the morning, let me get my notes. Let's see. In the morning, I was gonna make you guys do weather rolls. I think we could just rule out all of that. It's pretty fucking chilly for obvious reasons, and then on top of it, there was no fire. So it's pretty damn cold, pretty rough to get out of your sleep sacks. The mood is light. In fact, it's not even light. The mood is just kind of mood. It's not even a mood. It's just mood. People are at this point wanting to get home, and you can hear from some of the not necessarily grumbling, but from some of the chatter that they expect to be home by late afternoon today. Excuse me. Go ahead and return a number of wounds equal to your toughness bonus. And remove 1 fatigue. Hand waving the... there is... where am I? Mead and more meat and bread is passed around. Unfortunately, Svaldi, you get water. Fuck off. Fucking thief. Elf, don't chuckle too much, because where you see everybody else getting what might be a mug of mead, you get a half a mug of mead, and it's pretty watered down by the time you get it.
And it's still mead.
It's not water. That's the important part. It's
Yeah.
mostly water, but not water.
It's not
It's
boiled.
at least got flavor to it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's not boiled runoff river or dew that we managed to collect during the day. So you're probably pretty happy.
For like the last week almost that you guys were on the run.
Yeah.
But
I'm going once the two get out of the cart. The one driving the cart and the priest.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get out, I'm going to go through Roland's stuff.
Okay.
What was he carrying?
He had an axe that is not there anymore.
Yep.
He had a crossbow and like 3 or 4 bolts. I don't remember how many bolts he had, but he had a couple. He had some coins
with 2 bolts.
Yep. He had some coins.
Hold on.
Well, this one, you're not going to write anything down from this one. He had a few coins that you guys had found and split amongst the 3 of you, but when you look through his shit, there's no coins.
Mm.
It's a safe assumption that the dwarves have the coins for obvious reasons. You know, for their troubles, of course.
Yeah. I was going to say, they probably saw you go through my pack and saw coins, and I'm like,
no, they did this before before you guys even woke up. Because before they burned the body, they obviously went through what belongings they could find of his. You know, not so much in a Fremen sort of way from the Duneverse, but definitely divided up things that he had that the group could have. And then, anything else, like the axe and the cash. But the rest of it was, some leather and mail that doesn't quite fit a dwarf very well.
Right.
The leather and mail is in the back of the cart. And it's obviously, it's probably safe to assume it's going to get repurposed. They're going to take it to one of their smithies and have them rework it into something more fitting, literally befitting a dwarf.
I'll leave the armor alone.
I don't know what else he had specifically off the top of my head, but trivial things, bedroll and all that stuff, and then whatever trivial trappings that characters start.
Did he have any flasks on him?
He did not.
Okay.
He probably had a water skin or something like that, but nothing more than.
He was pretty destitute with us.
Yeah, he was in the same boat as you guys.
Okay,
pretty much.
Well, he had a water skin.
He did have. Let me open up his character sheet really quick and see what he did or did not. Because he did not have a lot. I know that much. He didn't have much more than you guys. Cloak, clothing, dagger, pouch, backpack with tinderbox, blanket, and some rations that he probably ate up by the time we got this far. 2 bolts, the crossbow. He did have some cash, but like I said, that's going to the dwarves.
Yeah.
They took his axe, his hand weapon axe. The dagger's there, the crossbow, and 2 bolts is there, which you've already taken. The backpack, the tinderbox. He actually didn't have a water skin, unless there was a water skin that you guys had found and he got to carry it.
I
never put
thought
on there.
You said he had a water skin earlier.
He might have. I was going strictly off his character sheet. I don't know if I gave him one at some point. I might very well.
Okay.
I thought that was just kind of flavor. So we weren't being like.
So I remember on day 1, you guys did find that when you found Tyeen's coin, you found 3 rations and a water skin and a flask of oil that somebody had meant to come back and collect later on, but no, they died when.
I think we also used the last. No,
you used up all the oil too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used up all the oil, and I kept the flask.
Yeah. Unless there's any particular thing that you guys want to do while you're underway.
I'm taking his pouch too.
Sure. There's nothing much in it. It's effectively an empty. At this point, it's an empty coin pouch.
Yeah, but I'm hiding 1 coin pouch on this side, 1 coin pouch on this side, and then having 1 coin pouch.
Are you somewhere between Gandalf and a stolen watch seller? Never mind. Alturios got it. All he needs is a 50% hit chance.
I'm having.
I was imagining
I'm having
Let him see.
1 pouch that is exposed so that it looks like I have a coin pouch on the outside.
Right.
And so that a thief won't go after what's inside my clothes.
You mean Svaldi. He's the only one that's going to steal your shit right now.
I mean, once we get into the city.
That's fair. Actually, it's not fair. Dwarves frown upon thieves.
Yes, they do, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, that's also true. No motivator for crime like necessity.
Yep. Anyway.
Against me.
So unless there's something you guys want to get after, we can skip forward to arriving at Copperberg.
Did he have a dagger on him?
He did.
So 3 daggers.
Wow, he's just collecting daggers.
He's gonna start throwing them.
He's gonna have his own. He's gonna have a chef's knives collection. That's
cool.
Dagger range is very short, but not melee.
I mean, you can melee it. Obviously.
Yeah, you can, but it's also throwable.
Yes, it is. As is Svaldi, if you have the right size. Just throwing it out. A couple hours after noon, ahead of the group.
Throw them around on the chain.
Oh wow! Now we're just making up crazy weapons from D&D. I see how. A couple hours after noon, ahead of you guys, you can see a massive stonework, a heavy iron portcullis barring the way, crenulated towers on the corners manned by dwarves armed with crossbows and probably. Faerun, as you guys approach, yells up to the towers, and shortly after, the portcullis begins rising, stopping at only a few feet high and holding with a creaking groan. The patrol scurries under, and barely seconds after the last of you goes through, it slams back down to the ground once more. And you can see from here that the road continues and descends, dipping below the surface of the earth, and a second road branches off to the north around a bend before disappearing. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Chimeric. As you proceed into the depths of Chimeric, I want you to imagine, obviously you are going underground. Despite going underground and expecting still air, which is probably what you would normally find, it does appear to be some sort of ventilation system because the air is flowing. Clean air coming in, bad air going out. It is dark, but 2 things that should be noted. 1, dwarves can see in the dark for a limited distance. They also have glow rocks in baskets all over the place. Now, these glow rocks, I don't know what they are.
I can see just fine.
Sorry?
I can see just fine.
You have night vision too?
Low light vision.
So you can see just fine with the glow rocks, certainly. For Svaldi, who has no special eyesight, it is as though a dim light exists everywhere. It's enough light to see by, not enough to read by without giving yourself a headache after.
Where would that be?
I don't know if elves actually
acute sense sight.
Yes, that might be it.
Yes.
Now, these glow rocks are scattered about the place, strategically positioned, I should say, in various baskets, low to the ground so that the light can come up. And more importantly, so you can see the ground and not stumble over things that are invisible. In every basket, some of the rocks glow more brightly than others. And you see every now and again, somebody will come through with a basket of their own, take out the dull rocks, and somebody will come by later with a basket full of bright rocks and replace them. So that the light level is fairly consistent throughout. There are no open torches or fires, but there is the smell of smoke in the air, so that there is obviously cook fires and things of that nature, perhaps fireplaces in some of the higher up places. Speaking of higher up places, you're not going to go quite so deep, but I want you to imagine that this dwarven settlement is tiered. On the uppermost levels where you are now, let me see. The uppermost levels of this mostly underground city are devoted to the necessary interface with the rest of the world. A market, mostly open air as it is, situated in a large cavern just below the surface entrance, occupies a major portion of the land, and within can be found just about any normal item that can be found in the world. As you are being led through, you note that these things are obviously of dwarven make, and there is a saying about dwarven goods are the best goods. The reason. Dwarven goods are built to last, and they usually do. Now, that said, these are not particularly magical, nor could they be considered any sort of game mechanic way of expert craftsmanship. These are just common goods, but they're built better than most other common goods. Beyond the market... Sorry, go ahead.
I would like to purchase some clothes as we're going by.
You are shuffled along.
Okay.
In fact, one of the dwarves says something like, I was going to do the accent, but it was... So he's like, you could spend your money and time later, afterwards.
I just wanted to be presentable for the thing.
You'll have time. That's the gist of it.
Okay.
Beyond the market is a holding area for criminals, well guarded and quite secure against escape. And beyond that, a holding area for those that are seeking audience with the Thane. This amounts to an inn that will charge you 3 silver a night, but also provides quality meals of pot roast and watered down meat twice a day. There is a small office between the hotel, as it were, and the jail, as it were. This small office is used for those formally petitioning for an audience with the Thane or other civic responsibilities. Basically, this is not exactly a mayor's office, but the people that would work in the office of the mayor to do the things for the city. This is that place. You can tell, even though you're not going down to the next level yet, you can tell that the next level down is the primary residence of the Thane and his guards. It has a great reception hall. You don't know all that yet, but basically you know that the next level down is the Thane's hall, and then beyond that is more city official type places, like some junior officials and things of that nature, as well as more guards. And eventually lower than that is workshops, tools, and then the actual mines that probably spread out. Svaldi, you are taken to the criminals areas. And Beofric leads you into a cell. I think I actually have some notes. Here we go. Svaldi is remanded to the criminal holding area. He is the only one present, and once placed within what can only be called an extra large cell, you are left alone for the remainder of the day. The cell has a couple of benches and 2 bunks, along with an empty pail in one corner that obviously has one purpose.
Wait a minute. Didn't Svaldi have lockpick tools?
No. Not that I recall.
Alturios?
No. Let me actually.
I will say this.
Character sheet, and I don't believe
I will say this. I am going under the assumption that he has no such thing, because nowhere in my notes did I account for him trying to actually escape.
Well,
no. I was going to say, when I went through his things, that would be one of the things I would keep.
Yeah, no, I get that. I was just pointing out that he probably doesn't have them because I did not plan for him to try to use them. Usually when I know that you guys have these crazy things, I would have a plan in place for, hey, but here's Svaldi trying to break out of jail, and here's how I'm going to smack him right back into a cell.
So for the outlaws, starting trappings, which is all I had in this game.
Okay.
Bedroll, hand weapon, leather jerkin, tinderbox. No lockpicks.
Yep.
Tinderbox.
You stole it from him.
I will take the tinderbox.
Fucking rat over here.
Man.
He's taking all your shit. Man, who's the real outlaw here?
I just am taking anything that would be useful to me.
Sure.
That's what I do too.
Svaldi, I'm not going to make you roll perception, but I will say that as you're being brought in here, you're probably paying attention. Every little detail that you could possibly catch your eye.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to get the impression that once you're here, you're probably not leaving without an escort. The chances of getting out are difficult at best, and you probably get the feeling from generic understanding of dwarf culture that thieves are not well regarded at all. Probably in the same manner that other people would look at like horse thieves. They are more peculiar about crimes than humans are because of their communal nature.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably not much of a surprise that one, you're probably going to get the book thrown at you and an arm chopped off or hand chopped off, but also that there aren't too many other people here. In this case, none at the moment. That said, Malthanric, you are given more or less free reign to go wherever you wish, within reason, obviously. You are getting a lot of stares. There are a lot of dwarves watching you closely as you meander through. And once Svaldi is locked away, Beofric looks at you as he, does that little hand motion to roll up his chains and stuff. He just looks at you and says, "Well, that's it then. Best of luck to you, mate."
Thank you for the escort.
You're welcome. Here's your sword. May the Thane take it easy on you. This one here, though, he's fucked.
I don't laugh out loud, but I nod. Yes, he is.
Beofric will point out that most people coming, they'll stay in the inn, at least until, or at the very least, leave contact information at the inn until such time as it is determined whether or not the Thane will see you, and if so, when.
Yeah.
You also have the office there to go and petition to see him. And you have a fairly good reason, of course.
Yes, of course. I will go to the office.
Because I didn't think about putting this on the in my notes, we will say that the process by which of getting your name on a list of people to see the Thane is actually pretty easy, despite the fact that you're an elf and nobody seems to like you. It seems that there's a certain tradition here in play that they can't argue. How do I want to phrase this?
They can't pull the racist card and be like, "No,
that's it's. I mean, that's pretty much what it boils down to. Is they can't use the race card to keep you out of seeing the Thane.
But they don't have to like it.
Yeah, but they don't have to like it, absolutely. And there's a certain measure of like hospitality in play as well.
Yeah.
And granted, you're not one of the Thane's subjects, so there's also that. So, like, you can see amongst a couple of different, we'll call them functionaries, that there's some back and forth in Dwarven, rapid fire even, as to, it seems like one is arguing for you and one. Go ahead. Sorry.
Before I even go that far,
sure,
I go to get clothing.
Oh, even better. Even better. Let's do that. While your friend rots in a jail cell. Shopping episode! Not a jail episode!
I am definitely going and getting my clothes.
Sure.
Replaced.
It doesn't take long, but there is a merchant, a dwarven merchant, who particularly caters to non-dwarven customers.
Okay. Is he a tailor?
He has several bits of clothing laid out in his little shack. It's more like a tent,
Do any of them carry the weight of a mage?
Insofar as the clothes or people?
The clothes.
No. These are, as you are looking through his wares, these
or
are...
a diplomat.
What you do find is something closer to something that a wealthy merchant might wear at not necessarily at a dinner, but at a formal-ish occasion.
Okay.
And the merchant is struggling, similar to me, in trying to explain this to you, but his hiccup is that he doesn't speak Halsor so well.
Okay.
So he's trying to explain this to you, and the words you are getting out of it that makes sense to you is wealthy merchant, social event of some repute, might wear this for a special dinner, sort of thing. and he takes out a tape measure. And by tape measure, I mean piece of rope with marking on it.
Right.
And he does one of these like, may I? As he,
Go
gestures
ahead.
closer to you and starts taking some measurements, and he steps back and he does one of these like, ah, yes. This event, something in Dwarven, something in Dwarven, and then he scuttles off to the back of his little tent shack thing,
Okay.
and he comes out with a pair of pants, a shirt. They're not the best quality you've ever seen by far, but they are presentable and they are clean, and with some alteration, they can be made to be adjusted to your stature.
Okay.
And it will cost you 1 gold.
Okay. And this is the clothing that a merchant would wear?
He says yes. It's kind of difficult to... Like, you pick out the dwarven word for yes pretty fast.
Okay. And does he have a second or third?
He says, I have one. I have none more. Maybe come back in a few days. I don't know why suddenly he's got an Eastern European accent, but he's, you know what, we'll just go with it. I have but one. Maybe you come back in 4 or 5 days, and I can do more. Wow, now he sounds like Count Dracula. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I laid 2 coins down on the 2 gold coins.
Yes. I bet you one of those used to be Svaldi's, huh?
Yep. And
that guy in particular.
Very nice, great.
And I say, make it as good as you can.
But of course, he takes the coin, like he sets one hand on the coins.
And I will pay you the rest later.
How much did you give him?
2 gold coins.
Okay. This is good. He sets his hands on the coins. He does a deep bow, which looks a little weird because he's a dwarf. He scoops the coins, and when he does it, like, it's one smooth motion. Scoops the coins right off the shelf and right into a pouch. Yep. As if he's done this many times before.
Oh, of course.
And he gives you a shirt and pants. But you need boots. You need boots and maybe a good hat.
Yes. Boots would be.
And he pulls out his little rope.
Boots would be good, but a hat is unnecessary.
No hat. Weird. Very weird to stand before the Thane without a hat, but as they do in other lands, maybe one day we do too.
Why would I hide this luscious hair?
He looks at you, and you could tell he's about to give you the dwarven version of, are you fucking serious? You look horrible. I'm trying to help you out. But he stops. He stops himself, and he says, of course, as you wish. And he says something in dwarven that may or may not be, the customer is stupid, but the customer is always right. He goes...
Fine. Set me up with the hat.
He comes back with a pair of boots. These are ankle high. They have a little bit of a heel. They are meant for riding, but for those that don't like having the boot that goes all the way up the leg. And they are for men, just to be clear.
Yeah.
The hat... Now, let me finish the boots. The boots themselves are a rugged, durable material. They're not particularly shiny or flashy. The biggest thing about this particular pair of boots...
regular leather.
Yeah. The selling point, and he's trying to explain this again in broken Halcyon and a bit of Dwarven. These boots are meant for walking. Strike that.
Why did you do that to yourself?
I started it, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. These boots are meant for riding, but their main selling point is their durability, not so much their appearance. And he explains that these boots will last you many seasons, if maintained.
Excellent.
And then he gives you a hat. Now, it is a big, wide brim, floppy hat. It has the cowboy divot thing at the top, but it has a fairly wide brim. I want you to imagine something like Park Rangers or 1920s campaign hat,
Okay, so it's not floppy.
This one's a little floppy. Like, it should be stiff, but this one has not been maintained, so it's got some flop in it. But when he sees you do that, he says, but you are a surfaceman, yes? You walk about on the surface, and what falls from the sky but rain and snow? This hat, keep your head dry, the snow off your shoulders, and look dapper doing it. He's giving you the salesman. By the way, he's hitting you with the salesman clothes. I'm sorry?
I am a mage. Weather does not bother me.
When you say that, he says, apologies. He takes the hat.
Find me a hat that is good for appearances.
Oh, hold on. I got you. You're going to like this. No, you're not. He takes the hat right off your head, gently, mind you. But once he clears your hat and hair, your head and hair, does a whoop, and he sets it down on the table, and then he like purposely avoids it at this point. Okay. And he says, "Hold on, I have something for you." And he goes into the back, and he comes back out with a dunce cap hat. Now, to be clear, this is not a dunce cap, colorful, shameful. This is a Gandalf the Grey wizard hat.
Yeah.
With the wide brim, because we wouldn't want your shoulders getting dirty, dry, wet, whatever.
Yeah. I look at it and I think for a minute. Should I make an etiquette roll of some sort?
What is your intention with such roll?
How good would it look in front of the thing? Or haggle?
Yeah, give me a haggle.
Or intuition.
Give me a haggle. And
actually, intuition would probably make
intuition would indeed be much closer to the mark. So go ahead and give me that.
Okay. 60. No, 50.
Okay. Yeah, you forgot about that fatigue 1.
Yep.
Ooh, fortune?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you're going to go stand in front of the thing wearing this hat. You got to look good.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well,
and it's worse.
Yeah. So what happens is, whether or not you are going to look good, you have a dusty, dirty, not well-polished mirror. And you stand in front of this, and you have the hat on, you hold the shirt and the pants up, you're like, I can make this work. I can make this work. And you got this dwarf saying, you can make this work. Give me your money. He doesn't say to give me your money, but you could see that in his eyes. And he says, for the hats and boots, I charge you 4 silver. Good deal. This is good deal, along with everything else. You know what? Better yet, give me the 2 gold that you have given me, and you take the clothing. I wish you good tidings in front of the Thane.
I still want a better outfit.
I will still make the second outfit, yes.
Okay. And I will pay you more later when I see the second outfit.
Absolutely. A pleasure doing business with you, as they say on the surface.
A pleasure as well.
All right. Where to next, Mr. I am not locked behind bars? Go get fucked, Svaldi. Don't worry, I have a scene for you, so don't fall asleep on me, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to make this a little quicker then.
Okay.
First I go to the inn and I change clothing.
Yes.
You said it was 3 silver a night?
Correct. But it gives you room and board. So 2 meals with the watered down mead. Let's call it sweet grog, because that's pretty much what it is at this point.
Yeah.
So
I'm out of gold.
Yeah, 2 gold.
I'm out of silver.
Oh, you're out of. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. That's for 1 night and the. Wait, did he take the silver for the boots and hat?
No, it was just 2 gold for the 2 sets of clothing and the boots and the hat.
Okay. Because 2 gold is a lot.
Yeah, that's why he let it go at 2 gold for everything.
Okay. So I still have 3 silver.
Sure. You have a second night if you wish.
Yeah. And I've got enough copper to make a 3rd night if I wish.
Yeah, that's probably going to bleed you dry.
Yeah, it will.
Okay. All right. Where to?
It would leave me with 2 copper.
That's rough.
So, yeah, that is rough.
Almost like you need a job or something, huh?
Yeah. So I'm going to present myself as a diplomat of the elves.
Okay. Are you
representing the what was he called? Mayor?
Yes. I forget if he had a special title or not, but effectively he was the mayor of Chaos Light.
Okay. So representing the mayor of Palos Light.
Okay. And that's how you throw yourself in the lot to be seen by the Thane at his earliest convenience, etc., etc., etc.
Yep.
Okay.
I
But
have the sword, right?
yes, you have the sword.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, that's how I'm going to present myself. I'm wearing the sword at my side.
And did you find a belt for it? Because if I remember right, it was just a sword and scabbard. It had no belt.
They usually come with a clip or something to hang on a belt.
This has literally nothing but the sword and sheath. It was supposed to be a bit at some point, but I know I remember describing it as such. No belt, no clips, or frogs, or whatever they're called. Baldricks, actually.
Baldricks.
Yeah. Frog is something else.
Yeah.
Frogs is something.
But I think, I feel like you fashioned a belt of some sort with something. I could be wrong.
I will fashion a belt out of my old clothing.
Perfect. It stands out a little bit against your nice clothes, but
no. It's I take the trim that was colored for my magic.
Ah, yes, the purple.
And no, the
or black?
Gray for shadows.
Okay. Yeah.
And it has my house and arcane sigils.
Okay.
As decorations along it.
Yeah.
So it actually looks in
I'll
place
buy that.
with this.
Yeah, it works.
With this outfit.
Yeah, somehow it works. Because gray is a neutral color.
Yeah.
When you put your name on the blotter, or the docket rather,
I am paying attention to the dwarves' reactions to me, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, nobody gives you grief for what you look, or how you look rather. There is some tension in the air because you're an elf. But you allegedly have come representing the elves, and you have come representing the town of Palos Light, which is not a town unheard of.
Right.
Based on that, it is enough for them to at least... there is back and forth between these two functionaries. You get the tone from one of them that, no, he's an elf. Go get fucked. He shouldn't be here. Why would an elf ever need to see the Thane? Fuck that. That's bullshit. They would come only on invitation, and this Thane? That ain't gonna happen. The other one, now, mind you, this is all in Dwarf, not in House Sword, but the other one's like, oh, but he's coming representing the Dwarves, the Elves, he's coming representing a human town. There must be a reason. Look at him, at least he looks presentable. You see one of them actually motion to you in that sort of gesture. Again, speaking Dwarven.
See, I knew it would come in handy.
Yep. There is, at one point, somebody points at your hat. Specifically the hat.
Which one?
The one not supporting you.
Okay.
Let me rephrase that. The one speaking more negatively.
Yeah.
Points at the hat. The other one simply laughs, shakes her head, and says something like this, blah, 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 blah. And Finally, they both turn to you. After a moment, they bow a little. They dip their heads. They don't bow necessarily. They dip their heads, and you see one of them grab the quill, dab it in the ink, scribble Malthanric, Ilf, du Pelath lights. Ja?
Yep.
Ah, very good.
And I say yes in Dwarven.
Yes, ja.
Yeah.
Ja. You guys look at it. I feel like you're both just looking at each other going, yeah.
Spell that.
I mean, that always happens anytime somebody else is trying to learn somebody else's language.
Yeah, I know. Spell that, please. Is it just J-A or is it J-A-C?
Z-H-A, but also in Dwarven runes. Squiggly, It's squiggly circle dot.
Yeah. Okay, ja.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I amuse myself. You guys know this about me. That squiggly circle dot was right off the cuff.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Then I will go to the inn and have a meal.
Very well. You are approached briefly later. There is a note passed to you. You recognize the person giving you the note as the one that was more negative towards you in the offices. He approaches, dips his head, pulls the note out for you to take. You take it. He dips his head again, and he leaves. Doesn't say anything throughout that time. You didn't ask him any questions, I assume. The note indicates that you will be seen by the Thane at a specific time that we don't need to elucidate on, but that you'll have a time with the Thane tomorrow.
Okay.
Relatively early in the day. Probably, I mean, it would be like 10 or 11 or 12 o'clock in the day.
Okay. I'm given an appointment.
Yeah, effectively.
And it's one day away. So that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't Warhammer 40K where it might take 16 years before you're seen by the local leader. The dwarves are a bit more efficient than that. Svaldi, you are given, let's see. You don't have any natural light coming in. You don't have any sunlight. But you do have a fairly half-decent or respectable sense of time, and you could judge by the number of glow rocks that have been replaced nearby that you've been down here for a handful of hours. The door to your cell is unlocked from the outside. It is swung open. A guard in mail with a pike stands in the doorway. Another one shows, kind of shimmies in between him and the doorway, wearing mail but not armed. Sets a tray of food out on the floor, and then they both scurry back. The door closes and then locks. On the tray is a plate of boiled meat, some bread, and a respectably sized stone cup filled with water.
That's better than he got on the road.
Well, he's not on the road anymore. Yeah. He can actually get hot food now.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the food is lukewarm. It was hot recently. But you could tell that, I mean, I haven't really indicated there's a lot of other prisoners, but you hear a few doors in the distance that are also going. As you do whatever it is, what are you going to do with the food? Are you going to eat it? Are you going to throw a prisoner temper tantrum? You want a hunger strike, maybe? Yes? Uh-oh. Did we lose him already? Ah, there he is. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. The guards have brought you food.
Oh.
You have a bowl or a plate of boiled meat and some bread and a stone cup filled with water. It's to be clear, this is the equivalent of a large cup. It's the cup you reach for in the cupboard when you're going to pour yourself a drink. Not the cup you would give kids. Okay, you're not quite that big. It's not 7-Eleven Big Gulp size. It's a respectable size cup. Hey, don't get me wrong.
That's a Big Gulp from Speedway, not 7-Eleven.
I mean, okay, fair. Fair. I apologize.
We're
I
all
realize
talking
the
about
gas stations are
the
constantly fighting each
basically
other.
leader-sized
How about
monsters.
this?
Blurry, but there you go. Yeah. I mean, that's probably the size you get. I mean, it's also not the stone, like the part they carved out for the water. It's a fairly straight little bit with like a lip that's inch thick of stone.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still like it's a fairly decent amount of water to get.
Yeah.
But are you gonna eat it? Are you gonna kick it around your room in a fit of rage, or what are we doing here? Hunger strike, maybe?
That's not gonna help me any.
No, it's not.
He'll just go eat it.
Okay. As you're eating, there is the sounds of somebody scurrying around outside the door. There is a brief conversation in Dwarven between two different dwarves, and you recognize one of the voices of the men that brought him in. And the door is opened. Guard with a pike, dressed in mail, standing in the doorway as Dolmik, the priest, bronze robes with white trim. You see, he does not have his weapon on him, but he does have on a thin chain around his neck. You know the hammers that have, like, on one side it's the hammerhead, and on the other side it comes down to a pinched point?
Ball peen hammer.
Yeah.
Similar to that, yes, but imagine a fat head on one side, and then on the other side it's like a duckbill. More
Weaponized.
like... Sorry?
Weaponized.
It's less a weapon and more a tool, but yes.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, you know he's a priest. You've probably heard him mention at some point, you know, the name Jorman, your memories from school days, even though you may not have actually been much in school. You recognize that Jorman is the Lord of the Smith. This is obviously a priest of Jorman, the Smith Lord. And he stands in front of you and he says, "My wee boy, criminal you may be, but even in the eyes of Jorman, our Lord of the Smith, all men can be put to good work. Therein be found redemption. I come to give you some words if you'd hear them."
What is it?
Was that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
I am not a preacher, but I want you to imagine that he begins a sermon centering around the idea of working and how manual labor can set one free, and how in that freedom you can learn of your own strengths, how those strengths can be best used for. And this is a sermon that goes on. He does a lot of talking for probably 30 minutes. Just this one long circle of how a little bit of manual labor can set you free, and freedom you learn strength, and that strength serves the community. Community comes back around to help you, and you help the community, and you do manual labor, and the manual labor sets you free, and it's just one long circle, right, that never ends. And these are the teachings of Jorman. And he says,
maybe a little bit more of a Mobius strip than a circle, but yeah.
Listen, to Jorman, it's a circle.
Well, you covered a few extra topics there.
Well, listen, it's the idea, you know, it's the idea.
Circle.
Yeah. Listen, it's all life, man. It's all life.
Yeah.
I tried so hard not to go down the Sith code, by the way. Somehow chains and freedom and yeah. Peace is a lie. Something, I am the dark side. Anyway, as he concludes his message, he looks upon you and he says, "My boy, do you have any sins you'd like to confess? Now, mind you, this is not a legal confession. This is a confession for the soul. I leave the choice to you. I do not want you to feel pressured. My accent is drifting, and I don't know which gods, if any, you follow anyway. But I am here to take your words to the Smith Lord, and in the fires may they purify you."
Above the table, just so I'm hearing this right. He's having me do manual labor.
No, what he is doing is he's giving you the message of Jorman. And I wish I knew what that was because it keeps going in and out of focus. I imagine it's something to do with Sith, though.
Hold on a second.
Effectively, what he's doing though is he is trying to give you Book of Sith.
Yes.
What he's doing.
The Star Wars Book of Sith.
There you go. He's giving you this sermon, which is the core tenet of Jorman the Smith Lord, that working sets you free. By being free, you learn more about yourself, i.e., your strengths, your weaknesses, which makes you a better member of the community that you serve, and the community serves you. And it's kind of a cyclical loop. So as he gets towards the end of that message, it kind of comes back around to the beginning and it repeats. And he's trying to impress upon you that this is the Dwarven way, and that if you were to follow this path, that you may find your own redemption and forgiveness for your trespass. And at the end, he asks if there are, effectively what we would understand to be, if there are any confessions that you would like to take, that he would hear them. And then he also clarifies that these are confessions of the soul and not confessions in a legal sense. Just so that there's clarity in that he's not trying to get you to confess to any crime or anything, but for the good of your soul. He's trying to be a good priest, is what he's trying to do.
Svaldi doesn't really live with regrets. It's a day-by-day thing, so he doesn't really have anything to confess. He's not going to be rude, because, like, this is not a sermon done in good faith. This is not just, like, yeah.
Yeah, there's no trickery or anything here. He's trying to be, legitimately, his goal is to do what the priest should do. And you probably even get the idea, or maybe he even mentions offhandedly, that he comes down here every so often to do this very thing.
There will be a polite decline.
Okay.
And a thank you for taking the time, but
Aye. You wouldn't be the first lad to turn me away, but I appreciate you being so respectful about it. Not all of them are so kind. I put a good word in with my God for you. Can't promise nothing. I can't promise nothing with the thing. But who knows? Perhaps the Smith Lord will look favorably upon you one day. I don't think it'll be today, but maybe one day. And he will do a bit of a head nod towards you and bang on the door a couple of times. The guard will come in and let him out, and let's end there, and we'll start with our next session with our audience and or judgment before the Thane. It'll be a twofer, because that's how I wrote it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take 50 XP plus, let me get to that. I'm going to give you a little extra because you got to cut, even though you died on the way.
Well,
sorry, not 50,
fulfilled
80.
Our short-term ambition.
Yeah, so you get 80 for the session. You get 20 for completing... Oh, excuse me. My goodness. 80 for the session, 20 for Kaimurug, and then you said something about goals.
Yeah, the party short-term goal.
It's only been one day. Well,
it's been a few days.
All right, fine. Fuck it. Take 150 total experience points.
Okay.
And now I think about it, I forgot to make a new goal for Balfric. Oh no, he doesn't need a new goal yet because he has apprehended him, but he hasn't been paid for it, so it's not quite over. So he does get the 80 and the 20 for getting back to Kaimurug. He gets 100. That does take him up to
150, I believe. Or 105.
Yeah, 105 sounds right. Because I had a different number in. I didn't actually complete it. I don't know if you're going to get this character or not. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Well, only because, like, I'll put it this way: based on the outcome of the next session or two, Svaldi may still be alive.
We shall see.
Also, more importantly, still in a position to continue on. Let me put it that way. Because if you lose a hand, I suppose you could still do things. You're just going to be inhibited. At any rate, 150 for you two, and 100 for Svaldi. Or Balfric. Even though it's Svaldi, you're in chains and shit, you still get experience, man.
It's all about that survival.
Yeah.
We have not done the long-term ambition of delivering the sword.
Correct.
But we have done the short-term ambition of avoiding confrontations.
I'll give you that one. But that does mean, of course, that I need new goals.
Yeah. So we need to think about that over the next week.
Yep. And I will hear... Sorry, go ahead.
You still there, Alturios?
Like, right now, our short-term goals should...
Survive to the next morning. Not just tomorrow morning, but the one after that.
I was going to say,
my body parts attached. So,
I was going to say, probably finding out where we need to go next. Because right now, beyond the sword, we really got nothing.
This is true. I may or may not have given you very few breadcrumbs along the way.
Yeah.
So...
Also, the way he initially posed this campaign, we may be switching characters and going to a different area.
I have some thoughts on that, but I don't know if I don't want to discuss them while we're live. But that's something that we don't. That's a bridge we don't need to jump right now either.
Okay.
That said, I would just focus on what your new party short-term goal is, which figuring out what is next is a valid goal. Like right now, you guys are at the cusp of, completing what you believe to be your current mission or what have you, and not sure what's going to happen once you stand before the Thane. In either case, regardless of your reason, both of you are about to stand in front of the Thane, and you're not really sure what's going to happen after that. You need some sort of something to figure out what you have to do after that and what you are going to do. So it could be, what is next after seeing the Thane? What am I going to do? Am I going to go back to High Elf Land?
I'm just putting down figuring out what is next.
That's a good starting point.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some feedback and other thoughts for tonight's session. What do you got for us? Either of you.
Dwarves are fun.
What'd you say?
Dwarves are fun.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. Every time I spoke and with a dwarvish bullshit accent, and then hearing Alturios' little giggle in the background afterwards made it worth it.
Yep.
It was hard to... It's really hard for me to stay in accent, though. It's so easy for it to shift all over the place. The only accent I've been able to maintain is a semi-Romanian Eastern European, but it's super easy to slide naturally right into a Russian.
I was gonna say just watch some bullet, yes.
Yeah. Yep. What else? What other feedback and thoughts you got?
I was not expecting to have all my shit become Darius' shit quite that quickly, but
that was impressive, although perhaps pragmatic, considering you're in chains.
I also have the option of giving it back to him if we end up back together.
This is true, because there is something to be said for the practicality of, no, I'm not going to let you guys go through the shit by keeping it on me. And since none of you are fucking with me much, yes, I get it, I'm an elf, but you're not chaining me up. That means I'm going to hold on to it.
Yeah.
Well, the player was surprised. Svaldi, being who he is, if that's not attached to your person, that's basically free shit.
Yeah. Don't turn around on it. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
You're adrift. Must be a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And like the only thing that was keeping your stuff was the fact that if I took your stuff and then got voted out of the group, I'd be alone.
If you got voted off the island?
Like in character, like above table, I don't like. I wouldn't make that. Oh, damn, I'm gonna steal this stuff.
See, I would do that once to prove a point or to demonstrate that my character's not above that. Mm-hmm. But it would definitely be a above the board. Hey, man, my character wants to prove that he is who he is, and he's gonna try to steal your shit. Cool with that? Yeah. And then if you don't, then all right. Well, you know what? Maybe in my character's eyes, you're not an easy mark. That motherfucker over there is, though. Hey, come here, player. But yeah, no, that was a bit of a surprise when I was like, well, which one of y'all really is the thief here?
I'm
What
not
else
a
you got?
thief. I'm just holding it in reserve. And
Holding it in reserve. That's a new one. That's going to go right up there with
and
tactical
I
acquisition.
had to spend some of it to make sure that my long-term goal of our group is successful.
That's fair.
It really doesn't take a lot to convince Svaldi that those like they're a good call because like rather than the doors having it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely took Roland shit. Now, to be clear, Roland shit was taken more for practicality than anything else. Like, that's a crossbow that works. That's armor that could be refitted to somebody else, you know.
Well, I took the crossbow.
No, you did. You did. I think the only reason why they didn't take the crossbow is dwarves, in my imagining of things, don't usually use crossbows. Although seeing dwarves with a bow is totally different too. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, like definitely the money, because that's easy to quickly divide amongst the group.
Yeah.
The little bit of cash he had, and anything else that has easy use or what have you is easy to divide. So they definitely did that. Now the weapon and the armor wasn't needed, more so because everybody's already got all that, but it's not like it won't get refitted.
Right.
Excuse me. All right. Any other final thoughts?
Yeah, I hope I don't have to spend more than one more day in that inn. That's expensive.
We shall see.
I haven't heard any of my players say thank you, GM, for not killing my character yet. That's a dick thing to say. I said that in jest. Huh?
We don't know if that's happening yet. I'm gonna hold my thanks until after.
Well, it'll be difficult to hold it with two hands because you might be losing one of them.
Thank you for not killing my character, at least.
I didn't, especially considering the fact that this potentially could be a limited run series. I was very hesitant to die and then end the campaign and the show right there. I was like, oof, man, that sucks. I at least wanted to complete the story, which,
right.
I mean, I did have to do some mental gymnastics over this continuation revised story. Like, basically, I was like, well, the next several days on the road, throw that shit away. Now that they're in Chimera, fuck, I don't know what I was gonna have them do right away because I wasn't prepared to be here right now, and yet here we are.
Oops.
Yeah, well, sometimes, as they say, shit happens, and sometimes shit happens for good reasons.
And sometimes you fall asleep on watch.
Yeah. Listen, kids, friends, viewers, take it from us. Don't fall asleep on watch. You might find out there's a bunch of orcs from nearby.
I'm gonna say, worse things can happen than you getting busted by your E4.
Yeah.
Next morning.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. That is it for us here tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please consider smashing all the buttons, liking, subscribing, etc., etc. As for us, we are going to get out of here. Stay safe out there, my friends. This world is a grim, dark, perilous world. So make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. As for me and mine, we are out of here. See you next time. Have a good one.
Cheers.